I don't know. If I can get her.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mayor Calabrese,
Present.
Councilor Fascio,
Present.
Councilman Waldron.
Present.
And Deputy Mayor Sapp, we may be able to reach her by phone, but she's not with us this evening. And Councilman Crestis is also not with us this evening.
May I get a motion for item number 3, approval of minutes?
Mayor,
Yes, Councilor.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes of October 13, 2025 and October 20, 2025.
Thank you. May I get a second?
I second.
Roll call, please.
Councilor Fascio?
Yes.
Councilman Waldron?
Yes.
Mayor Calabrese?
Yes.
Minutes approved.
Thank you. May I get a motion for item number 4?
Mayor,
Yes, Councilman.
I make a motion to approve the ratification of November expenditures and reports in the amount of $3,877,632.74.
Thank you. May I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comment from council, from the public? Any comment from council? Roll call, please.
Councilman Waldron?
Yes.
Mayor Calabrese?
Yes.
Councilor Fascio?
Yes.
Expenses approved. Next on the agenda is the portion dedicated to citizen comment on non-agenda items. And the names on the agenda appear in the order in which they appeared. When I call your name, please approach the podium and speak close to the microphone and give your name and address for the minutes. And please keep in mind that your remarks have to be limited to 3 minutes. Felicia Harvey. I don't believe she's here this evening. Adela Dixon.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Adela Dixon. I reside at 89 Frankwood Road in Penn Hills. I'm here tonight because I'm deeply concerned about several ongoing code enforcement issues in my neighborhood, issues that have persisted for years without meaningful resolution. First, the situation at 66 Pride Street has become a serious safety hazard. The property has been abandoned and left open to animals. The fence along Glenway has collapsed into the street, creating a dangerous obstruction, and most troubling, an individual was found deceased inside the home. This property had already been deemed condemned, then sold, gutted by the new owner, and abandoned again. It is unacceptable for a property in this condition to remain unsecured and unaddressed. Next, I want to highlight the long-standing problems at 92 and 93 Frankwood Road. For over 15 years, the owner of 93 Frankwood has allowed the property to fall deeper into despair. Unfinished construction, multiple vehicles parked in both the front and backyards, ongoing obstructions that impact street access, the same owner purchased 92 Frankwood, began repairs, and appears to have abandoned those efforts as well. These are not isolated or recent issues. They are chronic violations that degrade the safety and appearance of our entire street. My neighbors and I have submitted multiple complaints, but there has been little visible progress. These conditions create health hazards, diminished property value, as well as being a citizen who, of residents who care deeply about our community. Tonight, I respectfully ask this council for clear, actionable steps. What enforcement measures can be taken immediately? What are the timelines, and how will I be updated on progress? I need accountability, communication, and a commitment to resolving these issues, not just acknowledging them. Thank you for your time and your attention. I simply want a safe, healthy, and well-maintained community, and I'm asking for your support in making that possible. Thank you.
So typically, that's just a section for public comment, but the manager does have some updates he'd like to tell you about.
Thank you, Mayor. In advance of this evening, and thank you for coming and attending, and I wasn't able to speak with you by phone, but I did give those properties that you have a concern about to our Director of Code Enforcement, and I do have a fairly detailed update on every property that you brought up. I'd be happy to share that with you at the end of the meeting, or we can call you tomorrow and give it to you. But as it pertains to the properties that you brought up, 66 Pride, 92 Frankwood, and I think there was another one, I have a written update for you that I would give you at the end of the meeting if you wanted to stick around. Okay? Thank you, Mayor. At our last meeting, which was on November 10th, a public presentation was given for the 2026 spending plan for the municipality, our 2026 budgets, including our general fund, sewer fund, liquid fuels fund, and all of the other programs that the municipality has as we plan next year. And so at that time, there was some information shared. I have it here again this evening for anyone that wants to review it. But this is the first of 2 hearings that are required under the Home Rule Charter that are offered to the public in order so that the public could share their thoughts about next year's spending plan. And so this is an opportunity for the public to share commentary and feedback about the 2026 budget, whatever that may be, good, bad, and different. So now would be the time that someone could approach the podium with any questions that they have about the budget, any comments, suggestions. And the same rules would apply as far as stating your name for the record and address, and also keeping mindful of the 3-minute rule that we attempt to abide by.
Thank you. Thank you, Manager Greg Swatchik, 648 Gramick Lane. I just wanted to see if I could renew my request to look into the deer population in Penn Hills. And I do see the mayor with a facial expression that I don't think is favorable to my comment. And
I'm just saying, we're on the budget right now. We can talk about that. I mean, I'm happy to meet with you. We can bring that up. But right now, this is just comment on the budget report that came out last.
Yeah, I was just wondering if we could allot any money, perhaps, to deal with the deer population as the city of Pittsburgh did, and Mount Lebanon had a deer call, and West Deer or something, Pine Township. I'm not saying go kill Bambi, but maybe there can be some money spent just to do a preliminary look-see and study, and the manager would have that 5-day notice from somebody on council. Mayor or manager, if you recall, I ran into you in Giant Eagle, well, a couple times. The positive time, I mentioned the deer call, and you said it would take someone on that side of the dais to suggest it before there'd be any motion. And you also indicated that it would be maybe awkward and political to raise the issue. Well, you know, politics.
I don't know that I remember saying that exactly, but if
Something
this is
to
your
the
time, but I
effect.
do want to respond. Go ahead.
Yeah, something to the effect that, you know, there's people that say don't kill Bambi, and there are people that say don't eat my bushes. A lady brought a little stub here after $700 or $300 of investment, and it seems to have fallen on deaf ears. I'm not insisting do something relative to, you know, the deer per se, but if you could at least launch some type of investigation, analysis, evaluation, or study and report back to say that we decided it's not worth it, we can't afford it, the Game Commission won't let us. We're all blind out here, and you have the resources with money, if required, to hire people to develop a quick report, let alone 20 guys with bows on a weekend. So I just felt that it fell on deaf ears last budget meeting. So as I started to say in the beginning here, I'd like to, you know, resurrect that. Maybe this time sentiments would be different, to at least address it and say, you know, where to go, or, you know, something. That's all I had, that it could be factored in and paid for in this proposed budget.
Greg, and thank you for bringing that up. The only thing that I would offer, you know, in sort of response to some of what you're saying, is that in terms of deer population, it's a problem that a lot of communities, especially in Allegheny County, do struggle with. And I'm not an expert, but I could tell you that a couple of years ago we did look into some of what our options are, which are rather limited. And sort of the threshold thing that you have to keep in mind is that there's no organization or agency that can come in and tell you that you have too many deer. So it isn't that there's any way to determine that. That's strictly up to the community if they think that they have an overpopulation. And then from there, I think it's a community decision. There's a lot of pieces to it. You could look for templates in other communities that deployed you know, a methodology to reduce it, whether it was Mount Lebanon or what the city of Pittsburgh did. And you'll find that none of those things are very fast moving. And so typically what you'll see is that on that question of deer population, a lot of times what you'll see is a lot more community involvement. Sometimes you may even have to see a referendum perhaps, but it's an item that's not real fast moving anywhere because of all the pieces that are to it. But no one can tell us if we have too many, is my understanding. If you're licensed by the Game Commission to take a deer, that would be the only way. But I just wanted to give you some of my own perspective on it, okay? Thank you.
Any further public comment on the 2026 budget?
Good evening. Bill Jeffcoat, Fire Chief, Penn Hills number 7. Just wanted to just talk real quick on the fire suppression budget, mainly our equipment fund. There's a line item in there for $74,000 and some odd dollars. We were looking to see if there's any possibilities that we might be able to find some wiggle room to increase that. The price of all that goes up every single year, like everybody else, like every other line item budget on there. Currently, as of today, for a pair of jacket, pants, and boots, it's $4,774. The current line item budgeted amount that would basically buy 15 and a half sets of gear. So when you divide that out by the 6 fire departments, that's 2 full sets, and my fellow fire chiefs can choose whether they're going to buy their firefighter a jacket, and then they're going to have to front the money for the pants, or vice versa. Just, any little bit more for that would be, highly appreciative. Costs are always rising. This $4,774 is probably not going to be the accurate price whenever we go to approach our vendor. But, so that figure of 2.5 sets of gear is probably going to be a little bit less. So any wiggle room that we can find to increase there would be greatly appreciative and utilized for the fire department. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. The manager just pointed out to me, just so you know, there is an increase in the budget.
I understand. You're seeking more, it sounds like, but there is an increase that we did budget for.
I was going off of what was in the 2026 projected. So that's $74,000.
We can take a look further. Any further public comment? May I get a motion for item number 7A?
Mayor,
Yes, Council.
I'd like to make the motion to approve Resolution 2025-45, authorizing the submission of a grant application to the Pennsylvania Housing Affordability and Rehabilitation Enhancement Fund for $300,000 in home rehabilitation funds.
Thank you. May I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comment from the public? Any comment from council? I'm pretty excited about this grant because, as I so often say, but it's so critical to note, that our primary source of revenue is from our homeowners. That's just it. We're not like Monroeville where they have, so many businesses and so forth. While we can't rely on grants to run our budget, it's always nice to have that cushion, that bonus, so to speak. And so this is really especially near and dear to my heart because we want to get people into homes, get into good homes. We have, affordable housing, and we have this grant will help people stay in their homes. So I think this is a very good grant. Roll call, please.
Mayor Calabrese,
Yes.
Councilor Fascio,
Yes,
Councilman Waldron.
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 45 approved.
May I get a motion for item 7B?
Mayor,
Yes, Councilman.
I make a motion to approve item 7B, Resolution 2025-46, approving the acquisition and disposition of vacant property located at 119 Central Street, Lot and Block 173-M-382, in accordance with the Allegheny County Vacant Property Recovery Program.
Thank you. May I get a second?
second.
Thank you. Any comment from the public? Any comment from council? Roll call, please.
Mayor Calabrese,
Yes.
Councilor Fascio,
Yes,
Councilman Waldron.
Yes.
Resolution 46 approved.
Thank you. May I get a motion for item 7C?
Mayor,
Yes, Councilor.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve Resolution 2025-47, approving the acquisition and disposition of vacant property located at 120 Central Street, Lock and Block 173-M-381, in accordance with the Allegheny County Vacant Property Recovery Program.
Thank you. May I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comment from the public? Any comment from council? I would just like to say that and I say this all the time, but Penn Hills is the largest suburb in Allegheny County outside of Pittsburgh. And we come in here so often and we do these, and these seem just like they're form resolutions, and we just blow through these. What's happening here is, and this has been going on little by little, year by year, month by month, our professional staff here is slowly going through and basically, I actually look back here and I see Rick Duncan back there. I don't mean to embarrass you, but it just reminded me of how I saw you the other day. You were out on Allegheny River Boulevard cleaning up, and he doesn't say a word about that. He just goes about caring for the community. Everybody somehow or another is, one of the best things about Penn Hills is our volunteer base. But everybody, this is another piece of the puzzle where we're all pitching in and trying to do, from litter to dumping to cars that are abandoned to homes that are vacant, to trying to improve Penn Hills. And I'm seeing that happen. So every time we do these resolutions that look like they're real boring and mundane, it's just another little piece of the puzzle showing that we're trying to improve Penn Hills. Roll call, please.
Mayor Calabrese,
Yes.
Counselor Fascio,
Yes.
Councilman Waldron.
Yes.
Resolution 47 approved.
Making a motion for item 7D.
Mayor,
Yes, Councilman.
make a motion to approve item 7D, Resolution 2025-48, approving plan revision for new land development, a sewer tap-in for parcel 447-R-110 on Salzburg Road.
Thank you. May I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comment from the public? Any comment from council? Roll call, please.
Counselor Fascio,
Yes.
Councilman Waldron,
Yes.
Mayor Calabrese.
Yes.
Resolution 48 approved.
Thank you. May I get a motion for item 7E?
Mayor,
Yes, Councilman.
I'd like to make the motion that we approve Resolution 2025-49, ratifying a submission to the statewide local share account for $750,000 for the Penn Hills Library.
Thank you. May I get a second?
I second.
Thank you. Any comment from the public? Let me say before you come up, it is an honor to have you here. Representative McAndrew is here with us tonight.
Thank you. Representative Joe McAndrew, resident of Penn Hills. So I'm over here today because I want to make sure that everybody here knows that the reality is that these next two grants are going to be something that really helps support our library. I think our library is an extremely important commodity for our community. I think it helps service people in numerous different ways. I think the funding that is being advocated for here tonight would truly make a difference in transforming our library to continue to push it into a modern era. I'm very excited to see this happen. I really appreciate you guys putting it up tonight, this and the other funding discussion that we have for state funding. The local share account is something that I think that we could really utilize to maximize the potential that we have for our community. And so whenever we apply for this type of funding, I think it's really, really important that we do all we can to make sure that it's executed to deliver for our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further comment from the public? Any comment from council?
Mayor,
Yes, Council.
I'd like to just simply reiterate something Representative had to say. This is part of a bigger plan for our library, a plan that I think will open up a lot of possibilities for the residents of Penn Hills. It's really going to strengthen our community in so many ways, and this is one of the first steps. It's a big process, and it requires everybody to ensure they do their part. So I'm happy to see, proud to see that we're doing ours tonight.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just want to personally thank Representative McAndrew for spearheading this project with the library. It's a multi-million-dollar project that is going to vastly upgrade our facilities over there, provide a lot of new opportunities for the people in the community. So it's a very exciting opportunity that I'm excited to see happen.
I'd just like to reiterate on behalf of council and all of Penn Hills, a big thank you to you, Representative McAndrew, and to State Senator Costa. This is another example of how we are not on an island. This is local government and state government working together. So often when you see this, you see us working hand in hand. I saw Representative McAndrew this past weekend at another fundraising event, and we spoke about these sorts of grants, and this is what moves us forward. Again, as I say, while our revenue is from our residents, it also, it's just a real nice shot in the arm to get these sorts of grants. So thank you so much. Roll call, please.
Councilman Waldron,
Yes.
Mayor Calabrese,
Yes.
Councilor Fascio.
Yes.
Resolution 49 approved.
Make it a motion for item 7F.
Mayor,
Yes, Councilman.
I make a motion, we approve Resolution 2025-50, ratifying a submission to the Office of Commonwealth Libraries Keystone Grant Program for $750,000.
Thank you. May I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comment from the public? Any comment from council? I'd just like to say that this is another one of those grants, and I do want to say that the president of the library board, Larry Chobe, is, I literally was up here and he's rolling up his sleeves and really getting involved in this. So this is another example of how, we sit up here, but it takes more than just one group. So it's really wonderful to see our volunteers and to see these sorts of programs. This is the sort of thing where people, regardless of political differences or any personalities or any of those things, when push comes to shove, we get it done, and that's really important. That's one of the things that makes Penn Hill so special. Roll call, please.
Mayor Calabrese,
Yes.
Councilor Fascio.
Yes.
Councilman Waldron.
Yes.
Resolution 50 approved.
Make it a motion for item 8.
Mayor,
Yes, Counselor.
I'd like to make the motion that we approve ordinance 2025-2708, authorizing the execution of a cable franchise agreement between the municipality of Penn Hills and Verizon Pennsylvania, LLC.
Thank you. May I get a second?
I second.
Thank you. Any comment from the public? Any comment from council? Roll call, please.
Mayor Calabrese,
Yes.
Councilor Fascio.
Yes.
Councilman Waldron.
Yes.
Ordinance 2708 approved. Thank you, Vince. Now's the part of the agenda that I share some updates with the public about some things that are going on. But since we've met recently, I have only so many updates. The first is I did want to call attention to the upcoming light up night that we're having. And it's going to be here at the Government Center, and it's not going to be a drive-through event this time. So all of this information is online. A lot of thanks to John Scaglione and his department for preparing everything for that. So you're definitely going to want to mark your calendar for that. Another slide that I wanted to share is I think it may be helpful, at least whenever we do meet, to share some of the upcoming meetings. You may have noticed in the last couple of weeks there's been meetings rescheduled. There's been special meetings for borrowing. And so there's a lot of activity happening, which is why it's important that you check the websites, and perhaps if you're on our app, you get the information that way. But there's a lot of meetings coming up in the next couple of weeks as we close out the year, and then as we begin a new year next year in terms of seating new council people and then a new calendar of meetings. So you'll have to pay attention for that in the next couple of weeks. The calendar for next year is not developed yet. I'm expecting that it will be by the end of December. I just did want to call additional attention to the library grant applications that we submitted this evening. That's actually Karen Murray, who is on our library board. But I wanted to extend my thanks to Joe McAndrew again for his help and his staff's help in trying to get some of these applications in on time. As the mayor noted, Larry Choby's been a very big benefit to the process. He's helped not only my office, but he's working with all of the other folks in addition on the Keystone application that's going to be going in tomorrow as well. So thanks again to everyone that's involved with those projects. Hopefully they're both successful. Just have some other slides here, not necessarily, I don't know how many I have that are pertinent to exactly. Some of them are related to next week's borrowing, so I don't want to rehash any of the material that we've already covered. But what I did want to do, and again, I do apologize. I don't have a lot of slides made this evening because of the fact that really we're in the budget more than anything. But I did want to also point out the work that Meg Balsamico did, along with Urban Design Associates, is the consultant that we use for our entitlement funds. And so the fair funding that the council approved this evening for home rehabilitation funds, that money came about very quickly. And so, like a lot of the times this happens, the deadlines are very quick to get those applications in, but she worked very diligently, as did the consultant, to get that funding in. So we're optimistic about that money and really hopeful about it. So I did want to share that information as well. We do spend a lot of time, it seems, when we talk about some of the challenges that we have in terms of staffing, especially in our sewer department. Anyone that attends our meetings knows that that's been an ongoing challenge in terms of recruitment and retention and identifying people that are certified operators that are able to take the test. But I did want to report to council that we did have someone recently pass the certified sewer operator test. Nino Tamburino, and he may be watching at home. Congratulations to him if he is. But he started in our program as a laborer and basically did all of the steps and worked long enough in order to take the exam. A lot of people thought perhaps that it was a difficult exam, and I know he studied very diligently for it. So we do have some success now, at least in, bringing people into the department and helping them pass the test. So just wanted to congratulate him. And I did just want to also reiterate what the mayor had said about some of the community supports that we get in preparing some of these applications that we bring in for approval, because they are community projects in their truest sense. So that's what I have for you this evening.
Thank you. Councilor Fascio, any comments?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Councilman Waldron, any comments?
No, none tonight, thanks.
I would just like to say a huge congratulations to Nino Tamburino, because I can't impress upon you enough how short-staffed we were and how difficult that test is. So he and his family should be very proud that he's now a certified operator, because it is not easy, and we certainly need his service. And so on behalf of the entire council and the municipality, have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. This meeting's adjourned. I think I did everything.
Typically we head out to Carl's, but close this place.
Back there.